I don't think of my relationship with my daughter as a past tense thing. It is a present tense thing. And she still affects people's lives in lots of ways. And one of them is through what I do, because I am continuing to do what I do professionally, in large part because of what she said to me that day. So that's good for me in a lot of ways. It's probably therapy, but she was right, number one.
Yeah.
And number two, it's a way for her to stay in the present tense. She is affecting people, even in this sort of weird collateral way.
Yeah, no, it's extremely powerful. I think anyone who, you lose someone that's so important in your life, they'll be with you forever, and they're always there, and you're always thinking about them. You're always talking to them. You're always bouncing ideas, and I'm glad that that's had this impact, and it's actually had of the focus of where you want to help people, and it puts you in a position where you can empathize with people that are going through it.
I've walked the walk and talked the talk. I know exactly what they're going through.
Yeah. How do people get in touch with you if they want to reach out? Where's the best place to look? Phone call, website, where are they going to find you?
So my website is www.jml-lawfirm.com. My name is Jordan Lewis. My cell, and that's the best way to reach me, is it's a Minnesota area code. I won't apologize for that. I'm still at heart a Minnesotan. 612-559-3660. That's the best way to reach me. And the phone is always on, and I always answer.
Are you sure you want me to put that phone number out? Because
because
this particular podcast, I'm convinced with everything that's going on with United Healthcare and the health insurance industry and the denial of claims and people that are suffering and experiencing these things, they're going to pick up the phone and they're going to call you, and you're okay with them having your cell phone number?
I'm good with that.
Yeah. And listen, you see, I mean, like I said, you've always been very patient and what's the word? Very giving with your time, because all of our time is valuable. But I know for sure that each time I've reached out to you, you've been very methodical, and you take your time, and we sit down, we talk about the ins and outs, and if there's a case, there's a case. If not, there isn't. Right. But you still don't leave any stone unturned, which I like.
That I wish that was true. Every once in a while, there's a stone that you don't see, right? You know that too.
You'll never know if you won't know what you don't see. Right?
But I've been doing this a while, and I am at the point where I am litigating most of the time issues I've already litigated. That's
a nice thing, yeah.
It is a nice thing. It's a funny position to cite your own case.
That's like my dad. You remind me of my dad, because my dad was he was a lawyer for 40-something years, solo practitioner, just had his legal assistant, but he got into this niche of a couple different types of cases up in New Jersey, and he created the law around it. And so every time this one breach of contract would happen with the security company, and the new buyer of the property wanted to take all the security equipment out, and it was like every single time a lawsuit would be filed because the people didn't agree and they didn't think it was right, and my dad would have to get involved, and it was like he created the law. So he went in there, and that made a career out of that, of helping a particular company that every single time they wanted to get screwed by, or they were going to get screwed by this new property owner, he knew. He would try. He would give them the benefit of the doubt, like you do. I bet you reach out to the insurance company and say, "Listen, just pay." I created the law, and then for some reason they always want to step up and they want to fight.
So I had a case against, it was a Blue Cross entity, and it was very clear from the denials that something had gotten screwed up on their end, and they denied they denied a claim for mental health or something based on a contention that they didn't cover autism. But nobody was seeking coverage for autism. No. It was so obviously screwed up. And I'm in a position where I know the lawyers who represent the insurance company, and I contacted them, and I drafted a complaint, and I just sent them the complaint, and I said, I'll give you guys 30 days to figure it out. And they did. They paid 100 cents on the dollar.
Yeah.
Because it was clear that it was messed up, and I have some credibility with them. And they decided, well, we're not gonna try to defend this one. It's screwed up. And that's one of the, there aren't a lot of advantages to getting old, but one of them is, people. And I had litigated with these people before. I knew their phone number, I knew their email address, and I knew they would talk to me. And we were able to settle that case without even paying a filing fee.
That's great.
So that's a nice little result.
Outstanding. All right. Well, listen, people are going to be reaching out to you. I'm glad that you were here today. I'm glad we were able to talk about all this stuff, and it's relevant. It's all it's at the forefront of what's going on. And I think there's there obviously this is opening up a window into what's happening, or what changes need to be made as far as the health insurance industry. And then also, listen, you can't be a vigilante. Okay, you can't be a vigilante. You can make a real difference. You can make changes. And that's by reaching out to a lawyer who's trained in this stuff that can go up against the insurance carrier and make that change. And sometimes it takes one case at a time, and sometimes it can be a massive change. Like you said, if it's a class case, if this person's being denied and it's something it's common amongst a class of people, that's what you do. That's in your wheelhouse.
Even if it's not a class basis, if you get a health insurance company just to change slightly the way to adjust the way it coverages certain services going forward, those people the people who are affected aren't technically part of the case, but they get the benefit of it. And that's a nice thing to be part of.
Yeah, that's really rewarding.
Yeah.
All right. Jordan, I appreciate you coming by the office, man. I'm thrilled to see you and hang out and talk. So
it's great to
good
see
to have
you,
you,
Eric.
buddy.
All right. Great to see you.